In this video, we're going to compare fiber versus cable internet. You'll learn what they are, how they work, the differences between them, and in the end, which one might be the right fit for you. Stick around because this will help you avoid wasting money or choosing something that doesn't fit your needs. And before we dive in, a quick note, some links in the description are affiliate links, which means I may earn a small commission if you make a purchase through them at no extra cost to you. Now, let's get started. What is cable internet? Cable internet has been around for a while. It uses coaxial cables, those same cables that bring cable TV into your house. Inside these cables, there's a copper core that sends data through electrical signals. The signal travels through those cables to a hub in your neighborhood. From there, it connects to the internet provider's bigger network. Cable internet can give you fast download speeds. Some plans go up to 2000 megabits per second, which is pretty fast. But upload speeds are usually slower. You might get around 300 megabits per second upload at best. That's because cable companies design their networks with the idea that most people download more than they upload. You stream movies, scroll Instagram, watch YouTube, that's all downloads. But if you upload large files, stream live, or work remotely on video calls, those slower uploads might bug you. Cable internet is also very common. Over 80% of homes in the US can get it. It's easy to set up if you already have cable lines in place. And it's usually cheaper than fiber. But what about fiber internet? Fiber internet is the newer technology. It uses fiber optic cables that send data through light signals, not electricity. These cables are made from glass or plastic and are super thin like human hair. Light moves through them incredibly fast. That's why fiber internet can give you super high speeds. Most fiber plans offer symmetrical speeds. That means that download and upload speeds are roughly the same. You could have a plan with 1000 megabits per second download and 1000 megabits per second upload. That's amazing if you work from home, upload videos, or have multiple people on Zoom calls at the same time. Fiber is also more reliable since it uses light signals and passive equipments, which means no power devices between you and your provider. There's less chance for things to break or slow down. It's also not affected by weather or interference like cable sometimes is. The downside? Well, fiber internet isn't available everywhere. Only about 36% of homes in the US have access to fiber right now, and installation can be a little more complex, sometimes needing a professional visit. How do fiber and cable compare in speed? Both cable and fiber internet can be fast. Some cable providers like Xfinity or Cox Communications offer plans with speeds up to 2000 megabits per second. Fiber providers like Google Fiber and Frontier offer plans up to 8000 or even 10,000 megabits per second. But here's the key difference. Cable speeds are often asymmetrical. That means you get high download speeds but much lower upload speeds. That might not matter if you're just streaming things like Netflix and checking email, but if you're uploading big files or doing video calls with multiple people on your network, slower uploads can get frustrating. Now, fiber speeds are symmetrical. If you have 2000 megabits per second download, you also have 2000 megabits per second upload. And that's a huge advantage if you're doing things that need both directions to be fast. Also, cable internet can slow down during busy times because you're sharing the connection with your neighbors. Fiber is less likely to do that because each home usually has its own line. What about reliability? Cable internet is pretty reliable for most people, but it can sometimes slow down during peak hours, especially in crowded neighborhoods. Weather and electrical interference can also affect cable signals. Fiber internet is more reliable overall. Light signals aren't affected by interference, and there are fewer devices along the way that can fail. It's also less likely to slow down when lots of people are online. But fiber cables are more fragile. They can break more easily if someone digs in the wrong place or there is physical damage. How do fiber and cable compare in price? Let's talk money. Cable internet plans can start as low as $19.99 per month for slower speeds. Faster plans like 1000 or 2000 megabits per second usually cost between $70 and $150 per month. Providers like Spectrum's, Cox Communications, and Xfinity have good cable options. Fiber plans aren't that different in price. For example, Google Fiber starts at around $70 per month for 1000 megabits per second. AT&T Fiber goes up to 5000 megabits per second, starting at about $55 per month. Frontier Fiber and Verizon Home Internet also offer competitive prices. So if you're looking at gigabit 1000 megabits per second speeds, the prices between cable and fiber are pretty close. If fiber is available in your area at a similar price, it often makes sense to choose fiber because you get better upload speeds and reliability. But if fiber isn't available, cable is still a solid option. Is installation different between cable and fiber? If you're moving into a new home, both cable and fiber will probably need professional installation. For cable, the technician will set up the coaxial line and connect your modem. For fiber, they install an optical network terminal, also known as an ONT, which changes light signals into data your devices can use. If your home already has cable or fiber lines, you might be able to do a self-install, which can save some money. But sometimes even existing setups need professional help if lines are damaged or the connection point needs to be moved. Where is each one available? This part really matters. Cable internet is almost everywhere. More than 80% of homes in the United States can get cable internet. So if you're in the suburbs or even smaller towns, cable is probably an option. Now, fiber internet is still catching up. Only about 36% of homes in the US have access to it. It's more common in cities and growing suburbs. But if you live in a rural area, fiber might not be available just yet. So, which one is better, fiber or cable? Honestly, they're both quite good and it depends on what you need. If fiber is available where you live and the price is reasonable, go for it. You'll get faster upload speeds, better reliability, and more future-proof technology. It's great if you work from home, upload a lot of content, or have a busy household with lots of devices. But if fiber isn't available, cable internet is still a great option. It's fast, widely available, and often cheaper. Plus, cable technology is improving. Soon, providers will be able to offer symmetrical speeds like fiber. So, cable isn't going away anytime soon. My final thoughts. If you can get fiber at a good price, that's the best choice right now. But if not, cable internet will absolutely get the job done for most people. It's fast, reliable, and easy to set up. You don't need to overthink this. Choose what works in your area and fits your budget. Both are solid choices. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.